Hey everyone, Brownie here with another Pokemon video. So, it's time again for a brand new 7-star raid, and this time around, the raid boss is Incineroar. So let's do like we always do, and take a look at the raid, and which Pokemon are gonna help you defeat this raid boss. So starting off, the 7-star Incineroar raid is around from September 6th through the 8th, and then it comes back September 13th through the 15th. So if you want to get Incineroar with the Mightiest Mark, these are your times to do it. As for the fight itself, Incineroar removed the player's buff once during the fight, and this happened extremely early enough that you can just wait around for a couple seconds in the beginning of the fight until after this happens before you start using any moves on Incineroar. It also removes its own debuffs once during the fight. This is based on time, and if you can defeat Incineroar fast enough, you can just skip this happening entirely. One of Incineroar's main moves is Bulk Up, and like it always goes with these fights when they have a buffing move, it's one of their main moves, it's really annoying to deal with. So that's something we're gonna have to watch out for during the fight. Incineroar also has access to Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, and Iron Head as its other three main moves. Iron Head, I'm not even going to worry about because you're not going to see it often. Darkest Lariat will ignore any of your Pokemon's defense changes, so that's just going to be a very consistently hitting move that he will use on you. And Flare Blitz just sucks. Flare Blitz hits very hard and it can burn you, which is just really annoying. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at which Pokemon is going to help you defeat this raid boss. And that Pokemon is none other than Hariyama. So with Hariyama, you're going to want it to have a fighting Terra type with a jolly nature. For the ability, I used Thick Fat. And the main EVs you want to focus on are HP and Attack. And for the held item, I used a Razor Claw. And the moves you want to use with Hariyama are Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Focus Energy, and Taunt. So with Hariyama, we're using a Jolly Nature instead of an Adamant one because that little bit of an extra buff that you get to your speed is enough so that we're able to move before Incineroar does. And this is important because we're using Taunt as one of our main moves, and that's going to be how we're able to keep Bulk Up in check for the beginning half of the fight. We're also using Razor Claw as our held item here. This paired with Focus Energy is going to make it so that we crit a lot. And this is going to be important because of Incineroar using Bulk Up. Its defense is going to make it difficult to do damage. But with Razor Claw and Focus Energy doing these crits, you're just going to ignore Incineroar's defense and we're going to be doing good damage regardless of it constantly using Bulk Up. So for the battle guide, I'm going to do things differently this time around because a couple things that Incineroar can do can really change up the order that you have to use your moves in the beginning of the fight. So instead of just doing a step-by-step, I'm going to do a early fight goals and end fight goals. So for the early parts of the fight, your main priorities are going to be keeping taunt active at all times. We're gonna use belly drum when we are healthy enough to do so, and you want to activate focus energy when you're able to do so. In between all of these things happening, you're also going to be using Drain Punch to keep your health topped off. Once the fight has progressed some, and we get to the point where Incineroar puts up its shield, that's when we're going to focus more on the second half of the fight, which is going to be mainly using Drain Punch enough times that you're able to Terra into your fighting type, and then just continuing to use Drain Punch until Incineroar goes down. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!